6:30, I'll call the meeting to order. Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Can you get roll call, please?
Chief Dillon.
Here.
Council members Ken Miller,
Here.
Norris Johnson,
Here.
Lindsee Larson. Here. Laurie Game. Here.
Can I get a motion for approval of the agenda?
I'll make the motion.
Second. Any additions? I have one, just adding 13C, which is on your new agenda, the EV charging station at the liquor store. Can I get a motion for that, to add that?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Agenda passes. On the consent agenda tonight is approval of the minutes from December 13th, 2023 special meeting and December 21, 2023, and the approval of bills. Can I get a motion to approve? So moved.
Second.
Any discussion on those? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Consent agenda passes. Open forum tonight. Is there anybody here? We do have one person here that would like to speak to open forum, and if anybody else after that, you can stand up and say your name and address. So if you want to go first, Steve.
Sure, thank you, Your Honor, members of the council, staff. My name is Steve Haig, and along with my wife, we own Dusty's Car and Pet Wash at 850 10th Avenue Northeast, 110th. All right, so it's kind of confusing, and the FedEx guys get confused up there. And so anyway, so we own the car wash. And maybe you've noticed, it's time for us to replace the automatic equipment. The computer is 13 years old, and programmers, and it just can't quite get that running. So we have to replace the equipment. So as we start looking at that investment, we want to make sure that we're making a wise decision. We're looking at all the impacts. And it's come to our attention that the state of Minnesota has a plan to reconstruct Highway 23 through town and then out past the 10th Avenue, 110th Avenue intersection, going out to a proposed traffic circle out on County Road 2 and 105th. Part of that plan includes closing the left turn lanes at 23 and 10th and 110th. So you won't be able to make a left turn from eastbound 23 to go north up to the car wash. You'll have to go down to the traffic circle and go around and then make a right turn up. The same will be, coming westbound on 23. There'll be no left turns into the Holiday, Dairy Queen, or any of the liquor store, that area. Further complicating the traffic movements there, southbound 169, as you exit, you will not be able to make a left turn. You'll have to go down to Hardee's to a traffic circle, go around the traffic circle, travel east on Highway 23 all the way out to 105th, another traffic circle back, and then a right turn up to the car wash. This is the only intersection.
Well, you could go coming from the south or the north? Coming from the north. Yep, then I got you.
Northbound.
That way and then up, yep.
Well, southbound 169.
Then you'd go right and then the circle and up.
Yeah, circle around.
Yep,
And then,
gotcha.
and then if you're northbound 169, it's still out to 105th,
Mhm.
traffic circle, and come back. So we've had some early correspondence back in October with the state engineer, and we don't quite understand all of the reasoning that he's presenting and what they're trying to accomplish in this portion of the road improvement. We're the only intersection in Milaca that's being closed in all of the all the traffic. So I think we'd like to better understand, why and what are the benefits. We certainly don't want, to put people's lives at risk or anything. We want to, make sure that makes sense. But we also, as we look at a similar interchange at 169 and Highway 95 in Princeton, with higher traffic counts in all directions, they put in one traffic circle out at the Walmart. So we just want to make sure that they're applying, a similar criteria. If the traffic counts down in Princeton might be anywhere from 15 to 30% higher than we are experiencing here in Milaca. So our ask tonight, the county has approved the plan or is in support of the plan, apparently. We just ask that the city would come alongside us as we maybe ask for, some reconsideration on the part of the state and the highway department. And can we just step back and pause and take a look at what the impacts might be with this plan, and what are the real benefits that might be experienced for us, for the community. Our business is about 60%. This is math, and I won't bore you because it's open forum. Sorry. Our business is about 60-40 self-serve because of the high bays. We get a lot of ice castle traffic, motorhomes, RV trailer, pontoon boats, larger format recreational stuff. 60% of our business is on that side of the building up there. The other 40% comes from the automatic wash, the automobiles, pickup trucks. With this proposed traffic pattern, we suspect we'll lose 60% of our automatic. We won't lose the self-serve because of the 13-foot tube. It's a destination. People will go there because we had to go to Burnsville to wash, body trucks or box trucks. So, but we are projecting we would lose 60% of the traffic on the automatic side, just from the industry standards of how you acquire a car wash with people driving by and convenience. And there are destination, moments where, okay, I got to wash my car, I'm going to go, but most of it is a spur of the moment acquisition type transaction. So our estimate is we'd lose about 60%, which would make it very difficult to, pay for another, automatic piece of equipment. And so we think the city deserves it and needs it. I mean, the people use it, and we've worked hard to get it, reliable and working. We just can't overcome the computer issues that the company no longer supports. And so I guess that's our ask. So we know there's no decisions made here, but Tammy's been very helpful in facilitating with a conversation with the state and the engineer. But when it's appropriate, we just would ask that the city would come alongside us and other businesses in the community and out in that area, and you just have a discussion with the state, so we can better understand, what's going on and what the real benefits are. So.
Thank you.
Thank you.
One thing I just want to add as far as the high bay, a lot of them are RVs or ice castles, or we even have semis. I mean, if they're trying to come off, going southbound, have to go west into town, try to do one roundabout, and then go past it again, another roundabout. That's going to be negatively impacted too. Realistically, that's going to be really challenging. Plus, you're going to now have RVs and ice castles and everything else trying to do your roundabouts. All right.
Thank you
very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for all your support. We really appreciate it. It's fun to be a part of the community, part of
Great.
Milaca.
Thank you. Great to hear that.
Yeah.
Will the new one have or no touch? Will the new one have no touch?
That's an option.
Okay.
But it's
I'm just asking.
Yeah. So it's just to help. It's about a $200,000 investment, and it has they have about a 10-year life cycle.
Okay.
The soaps and the chemicals, it all just wears on all the equipment, and and then all of the stuff in the back room. You know, the computer is sitting in all, with all the soaps and all the,
Mm-hmm.
they just wear out, so,
Okay.
yeah, it's, so we have to be able to pay it off, you know, pretty quickly and,
Right.
you know, just
Yeah.
feed the traffic.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
And that is a tough issue. There's ongoing discussions with the state and the county and,
Yep, and, you know, some
Seeing the-
consideration between, you know, where that roundabout really should be.
yep.
There'll be
Looking at
ongoing
Plan.
meetings and discussions with it, right?
Well,
I think we need
engineers
to
are
bring them
talking.
back to the table and really
Yeah.
pan this out, and maybe another Zoom meeting like we've had in the past. I think we need to really zero in on that area.
When I saw the proposed plan, that seems odd, you know, because it's,
They're all safety-based and expansion-based. It eliminates
Yeah.
all left turns, which
Yep.
is the big
Yep.
safety
Yeah, it's a
issue.
big-
And then it also looks for development to the east. Because otherwise you're ignoring County Road 2,
Mhm.
and that's the next phase of development, if it naturally grows that way.
yeah.
So now, you know, they're trying to, you know, get ahead of the game a little bit.
I can see increased traffic on the dirt road that's behind my house too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't
Yep.
particularly think that's to eliminate those
So-
left-hand turns.
I bet it would,
Example is like Hannon's Furniture. Everything, you gotta go all the way up to a roundabout to go into there and stuff, and it would be
Yeah, some
similar
of them
here,
are
I would
really
guess.
confusing.
Yeah.
So it'll be an ongoing discussion, so there'll be more coming. I know the county's involved, and
I could kind of visualize a roundabout where the on and off ramps on the east side of 169, and then incorporate the 110th or 10th into that, so it'd be like a five-way, five-spoke roundabout or something, maybe.
They should do like in England, they got 12 roads into it.
We couldn't handle that.
Okay.
all right, anybody else here that would like to address the council on an issue that's not on the agenda? Okay, we'll move on to requests and communications, but Damien is not here, so can we table that? till
We can table it, yes.
Yeah, let's just do that.
I don't want to hear any more whining.
Exactly. Table it till June.
You need a motion for that, or?
Yeah, do we
Nope.
need, no, not for that.
Nope.
It's not
Okay.
really official. Ordinance and resolutions, Resolution 23-01, the annual appointments. Can I get a motion for that?
So move.
I'll second that.
You've
Okay, little
got on your,
discussion on here.
yep, some discussion on that one, yep.
Is the EDC, I'm just looking at the bottom, is it Rachel or is it Rochelle?
Supposed to be Rochelle.
You want to add an LE to the end of her name?
Okay.
Where is it? Oh, yeah. I didn't get that far down on it. But starting at the top on, no, planning, where is it? We had openings we had to discuss. Oh, Budget Committee.
Budget. Last year was Norris and Lindsay.
Okay, before we get to that, any questions on any of the parks planning? Uh,
There's two vacancies.
Well, we don't have council members on there. I thought the list was, I thought the names are on there.
No.
That's my mistake. Who's going to be parks or planning? And then we'll have 2 on budget. So those are the ones we got to decide tonight. Who did parks last year? Who did we have there? Who did planning? Is that you?
That was
But
me.
Norris was
Okay.
planning.
Did you want to continue on planning commission?
That'd be fine, sure.
Did anybody else have any interest in planning commission?
Okay.
We can put Norris there.
Well, you just need one, right?
Yep.
Well, so Norris is already there, right?
Yep. Well, he can be. We were just going to look and see if
Oh,
anybody's.
okay. No.
So it's not like a lifetime thing that you're saying.
Oh,
We can always move it around if we want.
Well, my lifetime's getting short, so it don't matter.
Park,
I'm the oldest guy here, I think.
Parks, did anyone want to, they don't meet quite as much just because of the nature of it, but anybody want to jump on the parks?
I'm not on anything. That
Wanna do
might be
parks?
something.
Okay, perfect. Lori can do that. And then the other one we got to figure out is the budget committee. Last time it was Norris and Lindsay.
They liked it a lot.
Yeah.
Couldn't wait.
Yeah.
You want to do Ken and Dave?
I would really like to not have any part of it, because I'm gonna anyhow.
I
Yeah,
know.
you're already,
It kind of is part of it, so I wouldn't mind a different set of eyes on it.
Okay.
and it's okay with me.
I could, I mean, I'm
Ken and Norris?
familiar
Okay,
with
Norris.
spreadsheets
Okay.
and had a business, so I guess I could.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
Yep, that'd be great.
Unless, Lindsay, do you?
No, I'm okay. I'm good. I'm good. Thank you.
You're so good with numbers.
Yeah.
That's good.
Numbered out.
Okay.
Is that it on that one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we got a motion, we got a second. Any other discussion on it? All in favor of Resolution 2301? Indicate
Aye.
with an aye. Aye. Opposed? 2301 passes. Reports, City Manager.
We have an intern coming from the Milaca High School, Maggie Wessling. She'll be starting on Monday. She'll be here through May 15th. She'll be kind of going around to different departments, learning everything that happens in the city. So I'm also even going to try to get her in on some of the election for the presidential primary, so she can kind of see how that works as well. So I'm checking with Jen Taylor on that and Brenda at the county just to make sure that she could actually, you know, work an election or at least view it and see how it all works and comes together. So we'll have plenty for her to do. So, and then the other item that I had a meeting with today was the federal EDA. It was Darren Fellner, and it's for an EDA grant for industrial businesses. It's a 50% grant, city match 50%, but we can get grants from the state, such as DEED, to help with our match, or we could bond for a portion of it. And this basically would be for expansion for an industrial park. We're kind of looking at the Pearson property as a potential. So there are some drawbacks. You know, it has to create jobs, benefits. You have to procure an RFP for an engineer before you even start anything. Its eligible projects are the water and sewer, street infrastructure, those type of things. Land can be purchased through it, although they don't like to do the land portion of it. They would rather a city own the property. And if the city owns the property, some of the requirements are that when you go to sell a lot, if you split them, you have to make sure that you have a market value assessment done on that, an appraisal property for each one of the lots. And we also have to have businesses sign a form that says they're committed to move into that park. So I think some of the things that if we decide to move ahead with this grant, I think we'll take this to the EDA committee too and talk about, where do we really want to go in the future. But if we do, then, in February, we'd probably have a resolution, maybe an RFP to coming to the council to see if we want to move forward with this. Federal grants are not an easy project to do. From our $1.5 million grant, there's so much work that goes into them. So we would just need to figure out, I think our first steps are, how are we going to get the property, if that is an option. That would mean we would have to go into a closed session to talk about a property, and see where we want to go from there. So I guess with this information, I just want to get some council comment on your feelings on how should we proceed moving forward with developing vital property out there by 169.
Or any property that we
Would like
would
to
like
develop,
to
yep.
develop like that. And to go along with that, we've also are in contact with Minnesota Deed. So that's a whole nother
Yes.
pot of money, and so
Yeah.
Jordan Zeller from ECRDC has been very helpful. Kind of set up all these meetings, so we've got some people that are kind of going to work for us to try and find ways to make something happen and get these businesses here.
And do you want to talk about the U of M?
Yeah, I had it on my council comments, but I can add
Oh,
it now too.
okay.
No, I can add it now. We're also, I put in an early application, it's called Empowering
Small city?
Small Cities, yeah, and Minnesota grants. It's through the University of Minnesota. It's real similar to, you would remember back when we did our Healthy Communities project back there, and we did it through the Initiative Foundation, and we worked with that rural design, and they designed some different stuff for downtown, and it's similar to that. We would give them our plan, and I gave it into 2 phases. One is industrial park development like that, and the other phase is how could we grow with this Highway 23 project? Instead of just letting it happen, how can that tie into something downtown, and how can we make it look good instead of just lumps in the middle of the town and things like that. So those are the 2 projects within it, and then if we are accepted, then they take what we need done, and then they find the organizations at the U, whether it's architectural, design, funding, whatever, and then they kind of form a group that works with us to help us make it happen. Like the 23 thing, we'd like this and this and this, and then their design team would come up with ways that it would be designed and stuff at no cost to the city. So it just, they basically help you find the resources to make your projects work. So we thought between that and deed and federal EDA,
Try to
there might be a way to kind of make this financially work, because the numbers don't work just as a straight up deal. So this could possibly work that way. I have a Zoom meeting with the people on this grant on Monday, and then they'll take more information, but it's open till, I think February 14th was the deadline, 13th, something like that.
for that.
Because everybody, it's only for small towns under 13,000 with priority to 5 or
Yep,
something.
yeah.
I think is what it was.
Yep.
So it's only a small town. It's not for like Minneapolis or Anoka or anything like that. So that helps. And then they want to move fast, so it'll close, and I think by March they pick you out, and by April you're rolling, getting things going. So it's not like a long-term thing. They want to get moving and make things happen. So cross your fingers. Hopefully that'll work out for us.
Yeah.
Those are probably the biggest things.
Yeah, we've had multiple businesses looking for places to start out, so. I don't think if we didn't have that interest, this probably wouldn't be such a pull to get this kind of moving forward, but what do we have, like 3 or 4 of them now?
Yeah, so
So-
that's good.
Yeah,
Is
so
that it on that?
that's it, that's all I've got.
Okay. Quinn's not here. It's just the incident report, I'm guessing. Nothing with parks. You don't know, Gary doesn't have a clue yet on the rinks, does he, when the rink will be open? I know it just got
It-
cold.
Yeah, that's
But-
been open.
It is open? Okay, kids asked me at school today. I said, honestly, I haven't driven down there yet.
It's
So they
been
could get
open.
on there now?
Mhm.
Okay, I
Yep.
will tell them. Thank you.
Yep,
Public
it'll
Works.
probably be thawed out next week, but
Yeah.
it's open now.
I'm okay with that.
Too cold to go, but
Right?
And Public Works, nothing
Nothing,
there.
no.
Thankfully not plowing. Liquor store, nothing going on
No.
there.
Fire
Fire department's quiet tonight. Planning, zoning.
Still
We took care of those vacancies, didn't we?
Well, we still have 2,
Oh, yeah, that's right. We took care of
So-
council ones.
so eventually we'll try to get somebody in there, so.
Okay, so we can spread the word if someone's interested in being part of that. Airport.
A question, I read through some of it. There's, 5 properties that are still
We have 4 now.
4?
That haven't signed the easement. Yep, but this is for the road into the airport.
Right.
Yep, so this one is,
Oh, I see, okay.
oh, this is just the update letter. I was thinking about the other one
Yeah.
that's coming down below.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah, for the street improvement projects.
yeah.
That's for, yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself, but yes, this is for the HUD grant.
But the 4 are on the main road,
Mhm.
right? Is there objections, or is it,
Haven't heard anything from them.
just haven't heard anything?
Mm-mm,
Okay.
We've had 3 letters go out so far.
Mm.
So,
Okay.
So anything we need to know on the letter? Just says it's moving slower than expected, or longer than expected?
The environmental review did come in last Friday, so that
Okay.
has been approved, so that's on a good note.
Okay, so that's just information?
Still haven't opened up our DRGR report, so I can request funds back, but I'm sure that'll happen real soon.
Okay. All right, nothing in committees or unfinished business. New business, approve plans and specs and authorize advertisement for bids for the 2024 street improvement project. All right, do you need a motion on that?
Yes.
Can I get that, please?
Move for approval?
I'll second.
Phil, have anything unusual to say about it?
Nope,
Okay,
nope, he'll just start the authorization for advertisement for bids, so
okay. Any questions on it?
that'll get moving.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So that passes. The police union contract. I get a motion for that.
So move.
I'll second.
Any questions?
Okay.
Good. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Union contract passes. EV charging station at the liquor store. Eric Lindell. Do you want to go on that? Talk about that?
Yeah, yep,
Okay.
that's fine. Dave and I met with him, and he was looking for a site. He would prefer to be, in the back parking lot of the liquor store. And he doesn't need a real big space, as you can see in this, I think it's on, it's the 4th page here, it's kind of his layout of the area that he needs. He wants to put in a level 2 and a level 3 in there, and I think that would be a good spot for it. I mean, the access to all the businesses there would just kind
Well,
of benefit everything.
It's a good place to have a charger when people are going to the lake or coming back.
Yeah,
I mean, there isn't any.
That's what he said. I believe he has a place up in Brainerd or that
Brainerd.
area. Yeah.
and there's nothing in between Brainerd.
Especially a level 3.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's a,
Yep.
that's a
And
10-minute charge,
Spending
you
time in
know,
the
so.
liquor store.
Yeah, well,
Yeah. Yeah, 30 minutes.
well, hopefully it's just another thing to get that area developed.
So we would just probably work with, we'll have to call River Energy just to make sure on power lines, because there are some power lines in that area, but then we'll try to map out an area in that back parking lot that could be used. Take into consideration if we do another road to the south, we got to kind of figure that area as well into the plan. So we'll kind of work with that. He was informed that we do a lot lease agreement, and we told him the price of the $675. So we kind of work towards that goal. So as far as, it's no cost to the city, which is a great thing. Just basically trying to get him a space where he can be. So if council is,
He would actually lease a space?
he would, just like anybody who, like TriCap, they lease the land from us for that $675 a year.
Okay.
Yep, so he would fall under that same lease agreement for that, so. So it sounds like it would be a really good benefit to the city to have that in
Yeah,
here.
and he's got work to do. I know he's met with East Central, and I talked to Matt. He was at our
Yeah.
basketball game on Friday night. So I'm sure he's got plenty of legwork to do, but I think he needed to make sure it's a possibility before he dove into deep, so.
Yep.
Sure.
So
We
what
wanted
he's-
everybody's
yeah.
thoughts.
He's looking for, like an approval from the council that, yes, that would be a great location for that.
Anybody have any objections?
I think we need something like that here.
Yeah, I think it's a nice
Put
addition.
up signage or something?
Oh, yeah, yep, he talked about that. He was gonna look into that.
To do what?
issues. Signage,
Oh, yeah.
yep,
So people, I mean, because if it's back in the liquor store,
Yeah.
you've got
Yeah.
holiday, you're not really, oh, hey,
yep, yep.
looking that way to.
Generally, what they
They
do is.
have like,
yeah.
I'm sorry, don't they usually have
Yeah.
where each station is
Mhm.
and what kind
There's
of?
a bunch of apps. Tesla has them, and they are all on here, all the charging stations. And also the Tesla has shared their things. So Ford, GM, and almost every car manufacturer now uses that same connector. So they'll probably do the same.
That's what he said.
Yeah,
He'd
or
make
there's-
sure that Tesla and everybody could use it.
Yeah. So
So this would be just 2 parking stalls? Or
He
No,
needs
it's
a-
more than that.
or would it be more than?
Yeah, he needed 4 spaces.
Yeah.
He talked about the 4 parking spots.
Yep,
Okay.
Then the spot for the machines, so he'll need that, like in the diagram, so.
but like he said, it doesn't need to be like by the door at the liquor store, or by the door at Holiday. It can be back behind and, they just need their space, so,
So there'd be 2 chargers? Two
A
chargers?
level 2 and a level 3.
yeah.
But then, so there'd be like
They-
an extra stall just.
There's multiple
For each.
connectors off.
Oh.
Right.
there's
Yeah.
usually,
Okay.
there's
Yeah.
usually at least 2 per.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
I see.
Yep.
Yeah, so. Yeah.
So everybody's okay with him moving forward?
Mhm.
Okay.
Great.
And there would
Okay.
be, the city would have no responsibility as far as maintaining or repairing?
No, he's
or-
got a
Nothing.
lease agreement. These people do the servicing and stuff, and,
Mhm.
because that's what we talked about, downtime and things like that, and
Yeah.
he's got a good little package to cover all that, and
Mhm.
sounds like a good plan.
There's like no liability if something should happen or
No,
anything?
it's his own liability.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, we can tell him.
All right.
Yeah.
I
Sounds
believe
good.
he might be watching the council meeting tonight.
That's true.
So he might already know.
All right, thank you. Moving on to miscellaneous, there isn't anything, council comments. Norris?
Oh, it's sympathy to you, Laurie.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We'll miss your mom.
Yeah, she was a nice lady, a wonderful
Mm-hmm.
lady.
She was always such a joy. Saw her at,
Thank you, Norris.
we'd do music at various places, and she was always there.
Singing
Always singing, always singing.
in the
yes.
front row.
Mainly the smiling, I couldn't miss that.
Lindsay?
I have nothing.
Ken?
No, quiet today.
I'll make you go last, Lori.
You know, we talked about that half a chair downtown,
Yep.
that,
Mhm.
it's gone.
Oh, it is? Oh, I didn't even notice.
The guys took it out.
What?
The
Anyhow,
guys
whoever
took
did
it
it,
out.
thank you.
Mm-hmm,
Good,
yeah.
great. I'll
Yeah,
take-
that's really nice.
Mm-hmm, good. Good, and I just had that grant thing, but we already talked about it, so
Yeah.
I'll
Okay.
entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move.
No second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We're adjourned.